Moral baby. There are 3 brain rules. Number 1, babies are born with moral sensibilities. Number 2, discipline plus warm heart equals moral kid. Number 3, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Daniel has wealthy parents, but they are nearly bankrupt when it comes to controlling their children. Daniel, the eldest, is Exhibit A. Daniel's mother took him and his sister on a weekend trip to the family's opulent vacation home. As they hurtled down the freeway, 5-year-old Daniel suddenly unbuckled his seatbelt, grabbed his mom's cell phone, and started playing with it. "Please put that down," his mom said. Daniel completely ignored the request. "Please put that down," his mother repeated, to which Daniel replied, "No." Mom paused. "Okay, you can use it to call your dad. Now, please buckle your seatbelt." Daniel ignored both directives and proceeded to play video games on the phone. When they stopped for gas a few hours later, Daniel crept out the window and climbed over the roof of the car. Horrified, his mother commanded, "Stop that!" Daniel replied, "You stop it," and crawled down the windshield. With Daniel back in the car, the family drove on. Daniel found the cell phone again. This time he threw it on the floor and broke it. As this little Napoleon grew older, Daniel saw just how easily he could ignore his family's social boundaries, then any social boundaries. He got used to demanding his way everywhere. He started hitting kids at school who did not pay attention to him. He developed a sulfurous relationship with authority. He stole things from classmates. Eventually, his moral clutch slipped completely, and he stabbed a little girl in the cheek with a pencil. He was expelled from school. As of this writing, the family is embroiled in a lawsuit, as is the school. Daniel was a behavioral, one is tempted to say moral, wreck. Though it is easy to be a backseat parent, each year there seems to be a bumper crop of out-of-control kids and helpless parents. No loving parent wants to raise a Daniel. In this chapter, we'll talk about how to avoid doing so. You can create moral maturity in most children, and surprisingly, there is a neuroscience behind it. Are babies born moral? What exactly does moral mean? Are any moral absolutes embedded into our brains, or is moral awareness only a culturally understood phenomenon? These questions have occupied philosophers for centuries. The word moral, in both its Greek and Latin incarnations, has a strong social underpinning. It originally outlined a code of conduct, a consensus of manners and customs, possessing equal parts heartily recommend it and don't you dare. That's the definition we'll use, a set of value-laden behaviors embraced by a cultural group whose main function is to guide social behavior. Why would we need such rules in the first place? It may have to do with that strong evolutionary requirement for social cooperation. Some researchers believe our moral sense, really a specific suite of socializing behaviors, developed to aid that cooperation. Regular massacres, after all, are not exactly in the best interests of a species whose effective founding population was less than 18,500 individuals, some say less than 2,000. In this Darwinian view, our brains come preloaded at birth with certain limited moral sensibilities, which then develop in a semi-variable fashion depending upon how we are raised. Cognitive scientist Steven Pinker put it this way, quote, "We are born with a universal moral grammar that forces us to analyze human action in terms of its moral structure," close quote. Popular candidates include distinctions between right and wrong, proscriptions against social violence, such as rape and murder, and empathy. These sensibilities include a sense of justice, emotional responses to thoughtfulness and altruism, and an ability and willingness to judge another person's behavior, posits Yale psychologist Paul Bloom. Psychologist John Haidt sees 5 categories: harm, fairness, loyalty, respect for authority, and something intriguingly called spiritual purity. If morality is an innate, universal part of our brain's function, we might be able to see shards of it in some of our evolutionary neighbors. And we can, looking no further than a zoo in England.